What should you do if a stranger seems friendly? Once upon a time, there lived a kind little girl in a quiet village near a deep green forest. She always wore a bright red hooded cloak, so everyone lovingly called her Little Red Riding Hood. One morning, her mother packed a basket with bread, fruit, and warm soup. "Please take this basket to your grandmother," said her mother. "She is not feeling well." Little Red Riding Hood smiled and said, "Yes, mother, I will go carefully." Before she left, her mother warned her, "Stay on the path, do not talk to strangers, and go straight to Grandma's house." Little Red Riding Hood nodded and walked into the forest. The forest was beautiful, with tall trees, singing birds, and colorful flowers. As she walked, a sly wolf watched her from behind the bushes. "Where are you going, little girl?" asked the wolf in a sweet voice. Little Red Riding Hood forgot her mother's warning. "I am going to visit my grandmother," she said. "She lives in the small cottage near the old oak tree." The wolf smiled cleverly and said, "Why not pick some flowers for her? She will be so happy." Little Red Riding Hood thought it was a nice idea. She left the path and began picking flowers. While she was busy, the wolf ran quickly to Grandma's cottage. He reached there before her and knocked on the door. Grandmother asked, "Who is it?" "It is me, Little Red Riding Hood," said the wolf, pretending to be the little girl. Grandmother opened the door, and the wolf rushed inside. Grandmother quickly hid safely inside a wooden cupboard. Then the wolf wore Grandmother's shawl and lay in her bed. A little later, Little Red Riding Hood reached the cottage. She knocked on the door. "Come in, dear," said the wolf in a soft voice. Little Red Riding Hood entered and walked near the bed. She looked carefully and said, "Grandmother, what big ears you have." "All the better to hear you with," said the wolf. "Grandmother, what big eyes you have." "All the better to see you with," said the wolf. "Grandmother, what big teeth you have," said the little girl, stepping back. The wolf jumped up and growled. Little Red Riding Hood quickly ran to the door and called for help. A kind woodcutter passing nearby heard her cry and rushed to the cottage. The wolf became frightened and ran away into the forest. Grandmother came out safely from the cupboard and hugged Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood felt sorry. "I should have listened to Mother," she said. "I should not have trusted a stranger." Grandmother smiled gently and said, "It is good to be kind, but it is also important to be careful." From that day on, Little Red Riding Hood always stayed on the path and never trusted strangers blindly. Moral of the story: do not trust strangers blindly. Follow for more moral stories.